Obviously, guys, the NFL is rigged and scripted. First game, we got the Ravens and Chiefs. You would think that the best team in the NFL, the Ravens, would win. No, I knew something weird was going to happen with all the Taylor Swift nonsense, and I was right. But it didn't really take a rocket scientist to see that was going to happen. They had the Chiefs play shitty all year long just to come in and play like four up so you can look at the stats. They came off hot and then they weren't able to score after a while. Baltimore was able to, keep them from scoring after that. But also the Chiefs, they were having some trouble moving the ball after they scored their first two touchdowns. They would move the ball and then they would stall out. They would do something stupid. And then Baltimore, on the other hand, they were moving the ball and then they would just do something stupid to give the Chiefs the ball back or to have to punt again. It was a very frustrating game to watch. You could clearly tell Lamar was not playing properly. He wasn't playing like his normal self. You could tell somebody told him that he was not allowed to play like Lamar. He looked like Jamarcus Russell out there most of the game, man. They only put 10 points up. They were a shell of themselves, guys. They really, truly were. It was hard to watch at times. This man, his best play, let's put it this way, his best play was when he threw it at the D lineman's hand and caught his own pass. That was his best play of the game. Other than that, guys, like it wasn't a great game for him. He had a 75 QB rating, man. That's not good at all. Like that is not good whatsoever. Where's his yards? It's not. Is it doing it by quarter? Seven. He had more than 7 yards. Unless that's it. That's got to be his yards per average. I don't know why it's not showing his full yardage. It's kind of weird to me. This has got to be a weird website or something. Let me go to ESPN. This is weird. But the point I'm trying to make is the Ravens didn't look the way they've looked all year. You can tell that someone told them something and they said, "What the hell? I can't type right now. I'm so tired. I gotta get up in like an hour." But you could tell somebody came in and told the whole Ravens team to not play the way they were supposed to be playing. You could really tell, guys. It was plain as day. We're gonna do the breakdown when I get back from work tomorrow. I'll try to. I'm gonna do the Lions one probably on Tuesday, just because of time and how long it takes to do them. So I'll probably do one. I'll do the Chiefs game tomorrow, and then the Lions game on Tuesday. But guys, like, I don't know how much more I can keep screaming to the rooftops. I mean, we're gonna keep doing it, but clearly, man, like every year our channel grows more and more after these games because people are seeing it. It's clear as day. Fans are watching. They want an explanation. They go on the internet and then they find guys like me because they're trying to figure out what the hell's going on, man. Especially, let's go to the Lions game. The Lions, they have a 17-point lead. And then you got Dan Campbell acting like a freaking creepy moron, freaking going for it every time on fourth down, even with the lead. Like, dude, what are you doing, Dan Campbell? Kick the freaking field goal. You guys realize out of those 3 times or 4 times he went for it, if he kicked it even one of those times, they'd tie the game right now. They'd be in overtime. But if he kicked it every time like he should have, like a normal coach would have, they win the game by 9 points, guys. In these games, you can't take possessions for granted. You can't take points for granted. Every point counts. You can't assume that the other team's going to score a touchdown on you. What does that say about you trusting your defense? You make your defense look stupid. Oh, nope. We're going to keep going for it. So now you get no points. I just don't get it, man, the gambling. And you got to understand it's fake gambling. It's not even realistic gambling. This isn't the game where you play Madden and go for it every time on fourth down. You can tell that Campbell was told to do this, man. This wasn't coaching. This was just a guy playing Russian roulette with his play calling. That's all it was, guys. Like, this was not anything any coach would ever do. Honestly, if I was the owner, I would fire his ass. Yeah, but it's fake football. Obviously, they all know they're in cahoots. They knew this was going to happen. But if this is real football and you have a coach doing this, for real, you fire his ass. I don't give a shit what they did, how far they've come, what they were about to do. It's over if you do this shit. You like no, man. Like in that situation when you go for it, I'm vetoing him. Like as the owner, I'm saying no. You're kicking this or you're fired, dude. I don't give a damn. You ain't doing this to me in this game. And all these fans, it is crazy, man. You got people crying. I saw fans literally crying in the stands after the game for this Lions game, man. Like that's like shame on those fans, like crying for a fake football game. Like they really don't understand. Like this shit is so fucking fake. It's like crying if like Stone Cold Steve Austin gets punched by someone like in a wrestling ring. Like that's the equivalence. It's the equivalence, man. Like you don't cry over fake football. Like this shit is so fake. And even if it weren't fake, but it is, you don't cry over this shit. None of these people that play on these teams care about you or I at all. They don't give a shit. They just want their game checks that are accumulated through us because we keep watching this fake shit and paying for this stupid shit and betting and turning it into the cash cow that it is. And it's never going to change. It's only going to get worse because everyone thinks this shit's for real and it's not. Brock Purdy looked like a shell of himself the whole first half. That's who Brock Purdy really is. And then you could tell the Lions laid down the second half. Dan Campbell turned his idiocracy on a trillion, and that's what you get. Like Brock Purdy, the guy you saw in the second half, that was a guy that was they were allowed him to do that. And I'm going to show you. There's going to be a big breakdown. It's going to be at least 45 minutes. Maybe it might be an hour long. We're gonna get in their ass. We're gonna go through the whole tape on both of these because it's the last two games before the Super Bowl. So we're gonna do a full breakdown on these two games and show you guys everywhere, all the fixes, all the scripted plays, all the rigs. You're gonna see all of it, guys. Just stay tuned tomorrow. But guys, man, you gotta wake up, man. It's time. Like. You can't tell me that you saw these two games and can tell yourself and go to bed and say those are real outcomes. Those are real football games. If you do, you're lying to yourself. It's time to wake up, man. It's time.